Hello, I'm Trent, aka oTradeMark, and today we have for you guys damage rankings. Big thank you to JC and Subete again for all their help with the testing. Also, huge thanks to all these people down here who allowed us to test all your units. I appreciate it. Thank you. Deku 100% right now is bugged. If you equip only Deku and try and attack something, you can't attack. And like if you equip multiple units and attack, he will attack, but you won't get auto click damage for Deku. So it's like a weird bug, I'm not sure. Also, it looked like Aizen for a while was really strong and performing above average. Now he's actually performing below average again. He tested below Aizen in both, or below Alice in both non-shiny and shiny versions, tested below Alice. There were also some things like Sun tested pretty good comparatively, quite high. Doflam tested pretty well as well. But for the most part, the shiny raid characters were in alignment. You can see here, they were in world order. The shiny mythics were a bit out of order. Specifically, I've always said that Heathcliff is really strong. he tested like 2 worlds above where he should be. And then as far as the shiny secrets are concerned, for the most part they're in world order. Joan of Arc is the strongest secret right now, and Saber is the strongest raid unit. So, and Gilgamesh the strongest mythic. So yeah, if you're rolling in Fate, get one of the new units. Definitely put them into your team. Let me go ahead and sort this by time to kill, so you can kind of see the rarity crossover here. Same thing as before. So anything that's Sakuna or better is going to be top of the line. So Shiny Secret, Sakuna or better, obviously best units in the game. Then you have your first crossover with the Shiny Raid units, and there's like kind of a bunch of different varying between Shiny Secrets and Shiny Raid units, all the way until you get down to Shiny Killua. So Shiny Killua is where you and then jump down to the very first basic secret. So Joan of Arc is really strong right now. She's really good. Even if you just get the basic, you'll notice she's basically like a Shiny Killua. So you'll either want to be using World 10 Shiny Raid units or above, or if you can't get those, then roll for a normal Joan of Arc. Esterosa is still strong, and also the Shiny Mythics performing pretty well is in here, at least the top tier ones. So if you get a Shiny Meliodas or Gilgamesh, Saitama, Heathcliff, all these units are testing great, especially Heathcliff. He's definitely your budget that's performing well above what you pay for him. So if you want to go for a Shiny Heathcliff, he's like ranked 26th in the game. I wouldn't really go for any of the lower world Shiny Raid units. It's better just to go for the higher world because you get the XP, and if you can still get like the base secrets, but if you get lucky and you get the Shiny Mythic or multiple Shiny Mythics and you make a Shiny Raid unit, then it's obviously going to benefit you a lot more than trying to go back to one of the first 5 worlds and getting one of these Shiny Raid units. The regular Raid units, Saber, Sirius, Saitama. Now Rathios Sirius Saitama out-tested Demon Meliodas in the normal, but in Shiny he didn't. So take that kind of with a grain of salt. I would assume that these 2 units are probably pretty close, and depending on the attack cycle, Demon Meliodas is probably faster than Sirius Saitama. But any of these, top 3 worlds is really strong to craft a raid unit with, especially if you get a really good passive on these guys. Like you can roll for passives when you still have your 3 mythics. You can roll for passives for only 2 shards per roll. So it's a lot easier to get good passives on a mythic and transfer it into a normal raid unit than it is to try and get a shiny raid unit with a good passive on it. So these 3 units, definitely something to keep in mind and work towards if you're spinning in the upper worlds. Just grab 3 mythics, get a good passive on it, and it's basically going to become a shiny. Like if you get a blessing saber, or if you get a solid gold saber, or if you get like a Tech 3 Saber, any one of those top tier passives, she's essentially going to be like a shiny Saber without a passive. So she's going to be all the way ranked like 5th in the game. Yeah, these units, again, great investments. The upper world raid units are really incredible units to be working right now. If you can get the shiny mythics, then obviously go for the shiny versions, because then you can get another passive on them. As far as regular mythics in the game, there's no reason to go for these aside from getting one of your 3 to craft the raid unit. So let's say that you get 2 Gilgamesh. Even if the next update is to come out, you shouldn't move on to the next world until you get your 3rd Gilgamesh and craft your Saber altar, because there's no point in just like using one of these base mythics. You can use a base shiny mythic because it's much harder to get like 5 shiny Gilgameshes and craft a shiny Saber. But for the regular mythics, always complete those crafts before you move on to the next world. And then finally, for just like all the paid characters, we actually took out a lot of units from the last list because for the most part, the Robux units are just inaccessible to the vast majority of players, and they just don't perform that well. Some of the 5%ers do all right, but it's very expensive to get like a shiny Robux unit. So we took out a lot of those. Also, we took out the lower mythic worlds because honestly, at the bottom of the list, it's just all mythics. It's just, you know, all the lower world mythics are not really worth going to. So you'll notice here that the lowest mythic that is above Goku Ultra Instinct is Netero. So you should always be rolling basically in worlds 9 and up, essentially, as long as you have those unlocked. And if you don't have them unlocked, then you should be pushing to get them unlocked as soon as possible. Again, Deku's bugged right now, don't use him. And then finally, we are missing a few shiny secrets. If you have one of them on the list that is missing and you have them at level 145 or lower and are willing to let me record a time to kill test on it, I would really appreciate that. But yeah, so there's the crossover for the rankings. I'll go ahead and post this image in the Discord servers as always so that you guys can share it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's the game is still in a relatively balanced state. It's a little less balanced than it was in the previous update, but it's still, for the most part, it's in a good state. And with passives, there's a lot of variants that you can actually have. So I also have a video that I'll be posting that kind of discusses the damage rankings for different passives. So if you're curious as far as like what's better between Blessing and Solid Gold and Ghostly and all the different passives, I'm going to be posting that video shortly as well. Anyways, guys, Malo Alpito, thanks for watching, and peace. I'm out of here.